Welcome to Pittsburgh, quarterback Aaron Rodgers. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers have officially announced that they have come to terms with quarterback Aaron Rodgers pending a physical. But first, before I get more into it, however, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also, like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, the question we have all been dealing with as Steelers fans this offseason is, when is quarterback Aaron Rodgers going to sign? When's he going to sign? Well, we don't have to wait anymore, because Aaron Rodgers, pending a physical, has agreed to terms with the Pittsburgh Steelers on a contract, and the Steelers' actual website released that, so it's confirmed. And also, it's being reported by NFL Network that the contract is going to be a one-year deal, around $10 million in incentives. So, it's not even fully guaranteed. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they waited all offseason for this move, didn't acquire a quarterback other than Mason Rudolph and Will Howard, but they get a contract done that actually benefits them for this upcoming season, because they still have a lot of cap space now to go out and make some other moves or re-sign some of their free agents for the upcoming season. So the Pittsburgh Steelers finally sign Aaron Rodgers. Now, just to kind of give you a background check on Aaron Rodgers and introduce you to who he is and what he'll bring to Steeler Nation, just like I did every other player we have signed this offseason. Aaron Rodgers, he's a 4-time MVP of the league and a 1-time Super Bowl champion. And he's going to bring that veteran presence to the Pittsburgh Steelers team, someone who's been through it all at the NFL level, starting off by being a backup to earning his way into being a starter and a superstar. Now, at the later end of his career, at 42 years old, he's still trying to make one last push for a Super Bowl. So, that's a little brief summary, but Aaron Rodgers, he'll be entering his 21st season in the NFL after being drafted by the Green Bay Packers in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft, the 24th overall pick. He brings with him a long list of honors, including winning the Associated Press Most Valuable Player 4 times, joining Peyton Manning 5 as the only players to win the honor 4 more times. He was also selected a first-team Associated Press All-Pro 4 times, 2011, 2014, 2020, and 2021, and second-team All-Pro once, 2012. He is also a 10-time Pro Bowl selected player, 2009, 2011, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, which is tied for 5th most by a quarterback all time. Rodgers was the MVP of the Super Bowl when he completed 24 of 39 passes for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns in his victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, in 20 seasons in the NFL, he's appeared in 248 games, and he has started 241 of them. He's completed 5,369 of 8,245 passes, which leads to a 65.1 percentage, and he has completed 62,952 yards in his career with 503 touchdowns. So, Rodgers ranks in the top 10 all-time in every major passing category. He is ranked 5th all-time in the NFL with 503 passing touchdowns and 7th all-time in passing yards. He's 8th in career pass attempts. He has the lowest career interception percentage in NFL history at 1.4%, and in NFL history with players who have 1,500 plus passing attempts. His 102.6 career passing rating is the highest ever by a qualified quarterback. So, Rodgers is the only quarterback in NFL history with at least 55,000 passing yards and 3,000 rushing yards, as well as the only quarterback with 500 plus passes of 25 plus yards and 100 plus runs of 10 plus yards since 1994. So, Aaron Rodgers, he played 18 seasons with the Green Bay Packers, and he won 4 MVPs with them. That was the highlight of his career with the Green Bay Packers. That's when he was at his peak and in his prime. Then he went on to the Jets. When he was traded, he kind of wanted out in the 2023 season. He spent 2 seasons with them. He missed basically all of his first season after only playing 4 snaps with an Achilles injury. And then last season, he appeared in every season game for them, 18 games. So he bounced back pretty good in terms of being healthy after coming off a major injury at the later portion of his career. So, New York Jets, they didn't want him anymore. They released him. They waived him. Wanted off his contract, wanted him off the team. And he was a free agent. And he was contemplating retirement. He didn't know if he wanted to continue playing football. But then, late in the offseason, he decided, hey, you know what? I do want to play. And it's going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers have officially signed him pending a physical. And it's around a 1-year, $10 million deal in incentives. So Aaron Rodgers, he's officially a Pittsburgh Steeler. So enough with that introduction. Let's just talk about Aaron Rodgers joining this team. What will he bring to the team? On and off the field, the positives and the negatives. Well, when you look at Aaron Rodgers, he's a player who will bring that veteran presence. He's seen every look a defense could throw at you. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to bridge that quarterback gap eventually, and they add a veteran to do it until they can find their guy, whether it's Will Howard or someone else. So Aaron Rodgers comes in, he's going to have DK Metcalf, he's going to have this team at wide receiver, and he's going to be able to give them targets, give them what they want. That's what he's always done in his career. He's going to lead the league in terms of having the playmakers with yardage. He's done it with Davante Adams. He's given high targets to Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and players like that. So that's something you can expect. And he's going to be able to run this offense at a high level. Will he be able to push the ball down the field? Well, at the outsides, yes. Throughout the middle of the field, he's kind of shied away from that. But we'll see what happens in Arthur Smith offense in his second year as offensive coordinator. So he's going to bring that to the team. Veteran presence, because this is a really young offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense is really young. We have a rookie at running back who's coming in and going to have a big role. So the Pittsburgh Steelers having a quarterback who's 42 years old, that could kind of help. But at the same time, it could hurt too, because he doesn't have the arm he used to have. He doesn't have the mobility he used to have. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to kind of hide those weaknesses in his game and be able to attack shortly and then go long after. Kind of what Big Ben did in his final years, where he was a dump-off quarterback. And then maybe some deep shots down the field on go balls, not really on intermediate routes. So that's what to expect from Aaron Rodgers. Basically what Big Ben did in his final years with the team. And when looking at what Aaron Rodgers is going to bring off the field, well, we always hear the negative stuff about him, and I'll get into that shortly. But some positives for him is it seems like guys like him in the locker room. It seems like he's a funny guy, good guy to be around, and the teammates always love him, have positive things to say about him, joke around with him. Even Beanie Bishop, when he got the interceptions on Aaron Rodgers last season, he had 2 of them, and he actually got the football signed by Aaron Rodgers. And he said when Aaron Rodgers visited the facility earlier in the offseason that he was actually able to talk to Aaron Rodgers and joke around with him about that. And he signed those footballs. So it seems like he's a good guy to be around off the field as well. But off the field, what we're going to have to deal with is him going on the Pat McAfee show, him going on these interviews, podcasts, whatever, and talking his talk. Whether that's football or whether that's outside of football, he's going to give his opinion on whatever is going around in the world, in the NFL, the team in general, and we're going to have to deal with him being in the news all the time because the NFL media loves covering Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is always going to be in the media, and we're going to have to deal with it. And his opinion is going to be out there whether we like it or not. And to be honest with you, it is what it is. So the end goal of this whole thing, if it's not Super Bowl, hopefully what we can get out of this season is Will Howard developing. Having that year under a Super Bowl winning champion, MVP, Aaron Rodgers, and he's able to learn some things from him. He's able to develop under him, see how he does work, how he goes about his business, and he's able to take what he's learned and put it forward the next year and show it when he's given the opportunity. Hopefully that's the main thing we get out of all of this. And Aaron Rodgers, hopefully, outside of that, he's able to get what he wants in terms of winning the playoffs and hopefully going to the Super Bowl. That's the biggest thing we could get out of it at the end of the day. So Aaron Rodgers, let's see what he could do at 42 years old. He's been the whole talk of this offseason. He's finally signed before mandatory minicamp. And let's see what he could do leading this team. Me personally, I'm okay with the addition of this. I would much rather go into the season maybe with Justin Fields, see what he had, or let Will Howard just roll and see what he has. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is probably the best case scenario for not rushing things. But do I believe he's the quarterback he once was? No. Is he still a decent quarterback? Yes, he's still decent. So that's my thoughts on this. Do I expect too much? Probably not. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on if you believe Aaron Rodgers is the right quarterback for this team. What do you expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers this season? And will you be watching the games? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports. Everything surrounding this team I've covered this offseason. I'll continue to cover it, every new player, every highlights, analysis of camp. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all later. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.